Next on Worcester News tonight, a substitute teacher at a central Massachusetts elementary school is fired after police say he brought a loaded magazine into a classroom. Plus, thousands of Stop and Shop workers remain on strike and say they're not backing down. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Anna Botari. It's the home stretch for runners preparing for Monday's Boston Marathon. The annual race is one of the largest in the country and will feature numerous runners from central Massachusetts. Following months of training, some are anxious because it's their first time. Our Cam Giandro spoke to locals running in the race. He joins us now live with more. Cam?
Anna, last year, nearly 27,000 people started the Boston Marathon. The race is in year number 123, and it really has become a worldwide phenomenon. But some of the runners I caught up with today say there's just nothing like getting ready for that first one.
Monday, Jesse Arnold will take off from the starting line in Hopkinton for the first time.
I'm ready. I'm really excited. My last long run was 20 miles, so I feel pretty good. I'm just hoping the weather holds out.
The Shrewsbury resident is a member of the running group Central Mass Striders. This year, she's running the Boston Marathon to benefit Team with a Vision. The organization helps athletes living with visual impairments and blindness.
I also have someone close to me who's had a lot of issues with their vision, and so it's impacted me personally, and I just think it's a great cause to help support the community.
Also lacing up for their first Boston Marathon is fellow Striders member James Morrissey.
I'm just ridiculously jazzed up. We went into the expo today, picked up the bibs, and it was just a dynamite time.
Morrissey says he has experience with Spartan races and long runs, but nothing like this. Expecting nasty weather Monday, he says the cold winter actually helped him.
Trained through snow, rain, just Tuesday we were doing the track workout, and rain was coming down sideways, so I'm feeling all right.
Even though both Central Massachusetts runners are in their first Boston Marathon, there are some goals they're hoping to accomplish.
Don't die, don't finish last.
The biggest thing for me is just to cross that finish line.
Now the race goes off rain or shine Monday morning. Things are expected to kick off just after 9 a.m. Anna.
Thanks, Cam. Well, switching gears now, a substitute teacher in Millbury is off the job after police say a loaded magazine fell out of his pocket in a pre-K classroom. The incident was reported by a fellow teacher after the magazine with 9mm rounds hit the ground in class. Police say the teacher was escorted out of the building, then willingly went into the station where they suspended his license to carry. Millbury Police Chief Donald DeSorsi says there were no signs the substitute teacher had a gun in or around the school. Officers responded to the teacher's home where they found and confiscated multiple loaded firearms. DeSorsi says the department is pursuing criminal charges, including improper storage of a firearm. Thousands of Stop and Shop employees remain on the picket lines tonight. It's day 2 of a strike affecting stores across 3 states. And in central Massachusetts, workers say they're not backing down. Our Rosalind Flaherty has the latest.
Stand up for your rights! The picket line grows outside of Stop and Shop on West Boylston Street in Worcester.
I want a fair contract, and I want my job security.
Michelle Delaire is one of 31,000 union workers in Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut who walked off the job.
When are they going to stop when they realize people can't pay their mortgages, their rent, their car payments? That's not fair.
The union's contract with Stop and Shop expired in late February, and the union says the main sticking points are the supermarket's proposed cuts to health care, wages, and retirement benefits.
This is disgusting. This is totally this is a company right here that made $77 billion in sales last year.
Stop and Shop says they are disappointed with the strike given they are working with federal mediators. In a statement, they say a fair new agreement also must reflect the rapid changes and increasing competition that are reshaping our industry. Any new contract must ensure that Stop and Shop can continue to offer customers the service, selection, and value they expect. The West Boylston Street store is open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. A delivery truck tried making a delivery, but the striking workers told him to go elsewhere.
I'm not having it. I'm not.
The store on Lincoln Street is closed, leaving customers to find other places to shop.
I think that it's a good thing they're striking because I understand. I also work for a union, but I'm just upset because it's the closest one to my house, so now I have to go somewhere else.
The workers say they will keep fighting for their rights until they get what they want.
We are going to be here, rain, snow, sunshine, or what have you.
These people are all trying to take care of their families, and they're not allowing it to happen. They have us in the street at this point.
Stop and Shop says what they're offering is the best of its kind in the country, but the workers say they don't agree. In Worcester, Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
Devereux held its annual gala tonight in the city, raising money for programming to help kids facing serious emotional, behavioral, and educational challenges. Devereux provides residential, day school, therapeutic foster care, and group home programs. Money is raised through various items auctioned off, and at the end of the night, guests pledge money to an identified need the organization has, such as the therapeutic foster care.
We may get something like 300 referrals for foster care in a 60 or 90-day period, and we might only have a dozen homes to put them in. So for us to be able to step up our efforts to recruit additional homes and train and support those foster parents, it's just huge for us, and it's important for the kids.
Wall says they hope to raise more than $300,000 at tonight's event. The Northbridge Board of Selectmen have voted unanimously 5-0 to place the debt exclusion question on the May 21st ballot for the LaSalle Field project. The Friends of LaSalle Field have been pushing for the town to renovate the War Memorial and Athletic Field they say needs a serious facelift. They say the current conditions are a safety hazard and it's unfit for the 17 different middle and high school sports teams that use it. The last day to register to vote in the spring election is April 17th. The Worcester Redevelopment Authority approves the sale of land at Washington Square. The buyer, Washington Square Hotel LLC, currently owns the Homewood Suites, which was opened up in the square last year. Plans for the acre of land are a 110-room hotel, which is estimated to cost around $22 million. The city says they hope to make 50% of those who work on the project local residents. The planned hotel would add 40 full-time jobs to the city. The plan calls for the development of a 6-story building with 1 level of parking underneath. The city sold the piece of land for $400,000. The Worcester Redevelopment Authority votes Friday to take properties needed to construct a ballpark in the city's Canal District. One of the properties in today's order agreed to the WRA offer. The other 2 the city will take by eminent domain. 2 are on Washington Street, the other on Madison. They are the first of 8 properties the city needs to build a new home for the Paw Sox. The order of taking the 3 properties has to be recorded within 30 days, and then the titles will be taken. A relocation specialist will be sending notices to the tenants of the building, notifying them of their relocation. The plans for Polar Park are changing a little. The development around the ballpark won't look exactly like the original proposal. Design advisor Janet Marie Smith says when they first did the master plan, they assumed residential units and a hotel would be the best development to surround the ballpark. They realized there hasn't been a new large-scale office space built in the city for a while, and the ballpark may be the best spot.
It was going to work, and we liked it. If there was ever a place to do office, it would be right there looking down into Polar Park. So we're thrilled because we wanted to be a mixed-use community. The Canal District is already full of a lot of daytime activity, a lot of great nighttime activity, but not so much office. So why not take advantage of the transit and the parking that's nearby?
Smith says we can expect to see new renderings of the ballpark this summer. Tonight we got a sneak peek at Tower Hill Botanic Gardens' first large-scale sculpture exhibition, which debuts this weekend. There are 17 different sculptures made primarily from stainless steel. They move with the wind and change with the light. Massachusetts artist George Sherwood, who created the kinetic sculptures, is inspired by nature.
Some of the sculptures are inspired by water, some are inspired by grasses or birds, and they all take different forms depending on their inspiration. Our hope is that the sculptures will help people see the gardens in a new light.
The exhibit's opening day is April 13th, and Sherwood will be there to talk with visitors about his art. A heartwarming send-off for Leicester police officer Steve Zecco, as this was his last day before retirement. According to police, he started his career at the Leicester Police Department in 1978, and after 41 years, his family, friends, and fellow officers wanted to say thank you. Take a listen.
All of the members of the Leicester Police, Fire, and EMS departments would like to thank you for your service, your friendship, your incredible work ethic, and dedication. We all wish you good health, happiness, adventures, and relaxation.
Congratulations and happy retirement to Officer Zecco.